Welcome everyone to my live. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Tell all of your friends about it, okay? Because believe me, they all want to know more about it. There we go. It's a tad better. I hope everyone is doing well and feeling well. And all that sort of thing this morning. I'm going to just dress my coffee right fast. I know it's frustrating, it's irritating. I know you want to raise hell. I know you're angry. I know you're upset. But don't worry. Do not worry. This is just a small detour for the time being. Just know that. Small detour for a major comeback. Okay? I don't know if y'all can see me that well. So it's never a, it's really bright. It's never a bad life. It's just a bad day sometimes that we have to go through. Okay? And we have to figure out, why are we having a bad day? Why is the things that I want to grasp and have, why can't I have them? And sometimes in life we are tested by the Most High, by God, or not by God, but you understand. The disciples had to test us all spiritually to see if we would pass, you know, spiritually, if we could suit and boot it for the task at hand that we are called to do in this life. And so you probably get asked as a, you know, you're grown up, what do you want to be when you grow up? Or, you know, those types of questions. You could say an easy title for anything, doctor, lawyer, any sort of title that you want, okay, to make finances out of it, to make a living from it. But few are called with a purpose. Few are called with a very distinct, hi Ephraim, how are you? Few are called with a very distinct purpose and reason in this life, okay? And it's to change the masses of many people, you know, on a wider scale. So that's why, you know, sometimes we don't understand why. No, it's coffee. It's coffee this morning. Is that okay? Yeah, it's just coffee. Sometimes we don't know why we have to go through some of the things we have to go through. Well, you have to think of it like this. Why am I going through this? Why do I have to suffer like this? And you could look at it a different way. You could say, why, maybe I'm not the one suffering. Maybe it's everybody else around me, or the other people. Maybe they don't understand the other side of the spectrum. So maybe it's sometimes something you're not doing wrong, something you're not being understanding of at, you know, that point in time. Are you a wrestling champion? Could be. Alexis is a SmackDown champion. I actually am very much inspired by the new what do they call it? Wuhan, China, Monkey Kong. Y'all should check that out. That's a new game that they have on Amazon, actually. The Buddhist monk who goes around handing people's asses to them. It's a Chinese game. They came up with it. through New Egg or by Amazon. It's really cool. He's a Buddhist monk. So even monks take years to, or Buddhist people, they take many years to learn a trait, to master anything and everything. There's different levels. There's different levels to it, okay? And if you are called, then again, it's almost like, are they even really masters, And that's how the student becomes the masters. You got to question the teacher, okay? And that's how the great test becomes. So that's how it all begins. You start asking questions. You start wondering, is this the real answer? And if you have to question it one time within your gut, just the one time it's a question, it's not. It could go better, greater, further. The distance on it is there's no ending to how far you could go with your goals. So, sometimes we do present our lives the way we want to. We try to mold it the way we see it, that we want to have the rest of our life go. And we're completely miserable. Most people are completely freaking miserable in their lives, okay? And then the act of the Most High comes in, and you're tested. Your faith is tested. And they say, would you still have faith in me? Is this really the life that you saw yourself with? You really don't know who your soulmate is. You're disconnected in some sort of way, like very much disconnected with yourself and everything, until one day you do the work spiritually and you actually do meet your soulmate. You actually experience the intense spiritual feeling and emotions of what it's like to actually be with your true love. Everything that you thought you knew before, you could throw it out the window, and then the day you do meet your true love and you're laying in, looking at each other in the eyes, and you feel it. You feel the integration of your family and their family, and you see their face everywhere. Like, you can feel it. Your family, your ancestors, everything's all like intertwined. You feel it all around you, and everything's all intertwined. But when your faith is tested, before you is your path, and so at one point in time, I could be going through something, and my child is experiencing everything the correct way, okay? How I should have started my path, okay? At the same time, my children are experiencing the path how I should have started, okay? Raised correctly, everything like that. That's how I should have started my path, okay? But now I'm having to face these demons head on. Everything that I've ever been put through, I'm having to fight every battle of knowing both sides, okay? It's kind of like knowing the path that you've already taken and knowing where you need to go by directions, by knowing you've already been down that road and you know the outcome of it. So, learning the new path or paving a new road for others that are, behind you or what have you. So that's doing the work right there. Is by, writing down the map of, that didn't work for me, blah blah blah. But there's certain circumstances, different situations, but that's how you earn your rank right there. So as much as we don't want to, and what have you, we have to do things back asswards because we already began that way. And so it was like destined for us to continue to test our faith, all right, until we finally learn the lesson, all right? Sometimes when you have more looks than you do brains, you end up with more children, especially when you have childbearing hips like mine. You end up with more children and doing everything completely wrong, and you know, you're not completely spoiled, but you're definitely not going to put up with the abuse for sure. The abuse you probably experience and take that in the first round, and then after that you pretty much never put up with it again. You pretty much, and then you start, it's kind of like flipping through a book, and then you have the flying monkeys that come at you um, periodically, and you have to learn to decipher between those. Like, okay, because people are always wanting another chance. Always give me another chance, another chance, another chance. Every single time, right? So if I was to look at you and tell you, I'm going to pick you up from school today, right? If I was to look at you and tell you that and promise you I was going to be there, right? With all my documentation to be right there to pick you up. And I was to promise you that every single day, but I never showed up. But every day I showed progress. Like, say, for instance, I sent you a gift basket up there. I sent you a note with another friend of mine's, a little girl to give to you, or a drawing or a picture, just little things of progressing, of showing you I'm there, but I'm not there, but I'm always here. No matter what, I'm always here. It's kind of like making a map, creating a map. So, because of the actual outside elements around us of the legal system, because we're all on this giant ship together, okay? That's why we go through these tests, these spiritual tests, and our faith is tested, okay? Is so that we learn what to do and what not to do in certain situations, and it's all common denominator of how you react, okay, to every action that's taken against you or for you. So it's just all of a matter of, have you learned that lesson yet? Can you be calm? Can you be cool? Can you be collective about it? Can you give us more insight of how that would feel? Have the shoe on the other foot? Would that be, respectful or not respectful? How do we respect other people, their space, and their things? And how do we learn that a lot easier than just going in with a helmet on your head and just being tossed out there? Well, you definitely have to learn those lessons if you want to go down that path. But I definitely didn't have a choice but to look at myself and say, for the last time, this is your fault. I had to tell myself the last time I was in jail, like, this is all your fault, okay? But I started to notice, like, the circumstances around it, the reasoning why I was there. And truly, truly in my heart, I knew it was for the wrong reasons. It wasn't for the right reasons, okay? And it's not a matter of why I got caught or whatever. I knew it was all a setup. I knew it was all a test of my faith. And I knew that somebody had just I'm not saying I'm perfect or anything like that. Like, if you were to look at my background on paper, like, it looks terrible. It looks horrible. It looks like you would almost never get your identity back ever in this whole freaking world on paper. But to prove yourself, to actually get your your spiritual crown from all the different levels that you have surpassed and turned over this new leaf you speak of, or you don't speak of. You don't speak of turning over your new leaf. You show, okay, vision. You only believe 10%, all right, of what you hear, and 90% of what you actually see in a person, their progression, and what, certain people like to test people and they like to see what they can and can't get away with, okay? So you're going to believe 90% of what you actually see with your eyes, and not so much of this and what you hear from other people, and maybe go with the unfit crowd, or the nerdy group. Sometimes that's the better group to go with. Sometimes those are your people. You might find yourself at comic book convention, like, this is freaking awesome. Like, I love these magic cards. Like, you never know. And you just might find your hobby or your calling or whatever speaks to you. Sometimes YouTube's not, pretty much YouTube is not where it's at. I'm gonna tell you all right now. Everybody on here might as well just have a homeless sign. I'm just saying. It is. It's can you donate, or is it this is not where it's at. I mean, it is an art doing the whole tarot thing, but this is pretty much people that you know, like to keep others updated with what, they're doing current status and stuff like that. I like to go to people you know, who are struggling like that. I like to get on their level. I like to look at them in the eye, and I like to, you know, give them some insight as much as I possibly can while I'm here. So why not document it? It's almost like like if I could, like, I'd probably do a diary, like a video diary every single day of myself, and I would talk to myself and just do like a video daily journal to myself, kind of like my sister Angela used to do in San Antonio. She used to do it all the time. Anyway, or she used to pretend like she was on the phone. She'd be like, talking to God and just praying and stuff, like, so people wouldn't think she was weird on the phone, like that. So which is not a bad thing to do. So, because people do judge like that, and it's just weird. Different strokes for different folks. Yeah, but you're too scared to raise your hands. You raise them up whenever you hear that music and it speaks to your soul, right? You're scared what other people are going to think of you. You're scared they're going to call you a clown or make fun of you. I just raise my hands up like that. I just throw them up in the sky. And whenever I'm feeling it, and I just praise and worship whenever I feel I need to. Okay? When he speaks to me, I don't doubt it. When he has a message for me, or that I'm supposed to show you how to act or react to a certain situation or consultation or whatever, my reaction to it and the words you speak to me through the messaging thing on here, I can't hear your tone of voice. I can't hear in your tone of voice how you're actually texting. For instance, I'm going to say right here, Mark Thurer, you said amen, okay, and then you said I'm not, and then you said I do too, wherever I am. Okay, so you said, I do too, wherever I am. Or so I could put the demeanor of that in so many different contexts by saying, depending on what mood I'm in, I could be like, I do to wherever I am. See, I could say sarcastic, or I could be like, you see, the tone of the voice is the only thing that you cannot hear, okay? Or the facial reaction, okay? So what I do as a spiritualist channeler is I allow you to use me as a channeler. Sometimes I could be a little bitchy, all right? And it's nothing yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's nothing, this is not witchcraft or nothing like that. If this is witchcraft, AI is out of there. AI is the devil. I'm just saying, but pretty much you can. It's all telepathic communication. It's all interaction. But these are just cards. So this is just pretty much you get sort of an idea of what you're listening to, but on a different level, okay? Because you're visually seeing it, okay? And the demeanor in my face and everything. Yeah. So you're actually physically seeing it and feeling the emotion of how their demeanor is, or how they're meaning it, okay? It's like kind of when you get caught in a crime or something, and it's like, what was your thoughts, but what were you thinking? It's kind of like that. And it's like when you learn how to channel, like how I teach people to do it, right? You guys could interact in the messaging, you would get the answers you need in the tone of voice that you would need to hear it, right? Because sometimes we don't like the word no. Sometimes we like to just push the envelope just a little, like maybe we could just squeeze in another from across that line one more time, right? We do that all the time with people just to see how far we can push it. Why? Because when we first meet people, we don't have that respect for them yet. You have to show people how to treat you. You have to actually instill it in them and show them, hey, 1 or 2 times, fine, not a third time. And you have to actually instill that in them. And it hurts, guys. And I'm even just learning this. I'm just learning this concept. Because before, I had no give a F about it. From my early age, I have never had any give a F about it whatsoever until now. And why is that? Because I've been stopped in my tracks, Even though I've been, tested by the Most High, my faith and everything, I got put in my place. I let my ego completely go, completely melt. Everything I ever thought about myself, every little critique that I could ever think that was ugly about myself, I had to let it go. I had to let it go. All the comments that I could hear in the tone of voice, in channeling, knowing that's what that person's thinking, I had to just accept it. And that's how that person thinks of me. That's how they view me. Am I going to sit there and tell them I know that that's what they're thinking or saying about me behind my back? Sometimes the bold ones will. They'll straight up tell me. And I hate. That is very respect right here. Like, if you can straight up tell me your thoughts of how you think about me whenever I'm being bitchy, more power to you. That is kudos for you. Like, that shit goes way far with me. Like, we could be like BFF, like best friends forever. Like, as long as you kept it real with me like that. Like, put me in my place, like, real quick. Like, like, hey, you're not perfect. And just showing me that I really ain't shit. Like, that's cool and all, but that only goes so far, y'all. That only goes so far with me for so long. I can't put up with that all the time. Some things you just got to be polite and courteous and keep it to yourself, but I know where you're coming from. Everyone worships different, but if the mods throw out, right? And that's the thing, okay? So you have to be able to decipher, like, the whole thing about, so everybody does worship different, okay? But we're all baptized into a certain religion that we grew up with, right? Am I correct, Mark? If speak mind to you. Well, please, by all means, if you feel the need, speak on it, preach on it. I'm probably nobody to be given advice to on this sort of subject, seeing as though, like, my crown chakra is separated from the rest of my chakras. I don't know why or how that happened, but it is. If I do mods, throw out. Oh, that's nothing personal with me. I just have thousands of people, like, on my online content. Come on, I'm about to put a copyright symbol on my butt. I literally am. Everybody knows it, and it's like people are just like, oh my God, she figured it out. Oh my God, she shut down Pornhub in Texas. Oh my God, this is actually happening. Yeah, it's happening. It's happening, Captain, and it's, in all actuality, yeah, it's the real deal here, and people don't make that much money doing that unless they want to do some pillow talking or get some intel. That's the only reason why they use that. So I'm here to tell you right now, I've learned that aspect side of it. And on the flip side, can I get a signed copy with the copyright on my ass? I've also learned the other Mother Mary spiritual aspect of the other realms of it, okay? How sex magic and everything works. I've learned everything I need to know about it. Trust me, Lenny face. I have, but yeah, it's pretty different, hard to learn. A lot of people don't understand it or get it because they did not witness it, or they're not a part of it, all right? Or they're those people that are like 9-to-5 workers that we're just going to let them be because they're hardworking, and they don't deserve to have their lives thrashed like that completely and shattered. You know what I mean? They don't deserve it. Okay, for sure. So, but that's a part of that sex magic. So it's like, if you entice in it, or if you're a part of it, or you keep pushing over that line, right? You keep teasing the devil like that. I'm telling y'all, and I'm not talking about a Capricorn. You keep teasing God like that, like pushing over someone's line when you know you shouldn't be doing that. Kind of like saying, for instance, like, if I don't take prescription medication. And someone's like, hey, can I get a pill? Hey, can I get another pill? And they're just like picking at me when I'm not doing anything, right? Eventually, your faith is going to get tested too. Very much so, because why are you pushing at that person? Why are you poking at that person when they're not asking you to poke at them or push at them for your own personal gain? That's where you mess up. That's where a lot of us mess up, is because when we actually think it, that is an actual, when something becomes possessed, okay? A possession of someone's, all right? It's when you feed it energy. It's something that is non-existent, right? An idea, a thought, a shadow, whatever you see, feel, hear, okay? You feed it energy like that, you guys, that is actually a demonic possession, and it will come to life in anything you think, what was that? And you fear, or you know, or you think you know, it actually possesses you, you know, and that's what that is, you guys. So it will bite you. Yeah, it could definitely, if you want it to bite you though, but if you want to embrace it or bring it out to you know, invite it, come bite me, come bite me, I want you to bite me, I really do, I want to know what it's like, come bite me. Then hell, I mean, just embrace it. I mean, have fun with it. If you can defeat everything that comes your way, more power to you, actually. Call the Phantom. His wife is waiting. Just kidding. Your own desires. Who wouldn't want to meet a freaking Dracula or the Phantom? I think he's like in New York or something like that, though. And he has to make it to Texas before it gets dark outside. So he's never going to make it from New York to here unless he flies. And I don't think, I mean, he could fly, you know, like a bat, but I don't think he can make it in one day. I think that's his issue with making it to my neck. I'm just saying. Pokes with stick. Do you think I'm sure I've seen that meme? Do the thing I'm sure I've seen that meme. LMAO, arms be sore. Yeah. So, I meant to each their own. To each their own. But, anyway, I'm not here to judge anybody or get too far into the subject, but it's the power of language, you guys. Definitely is held in the power of language, and it's taking things with a grain of salt, picking your battles, knowing how far you can go, okay, on crossing any boundary line with any person, and knowing the outside interior design of it that could potentially affect you and knock your entire empire down to the date. You almost have to look at a calendar and remind yourself, oh yeah, little bro's hostage. You know, completely forgot he's held hostage right now. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm just completely kidding. But that's hilarious. Completely forgot about it. You know, it's like, but if I don't deal with you on a daily basis and you're not in, you know, if you're not a part of my life, you've already excommunicated me out your life. Okay. Yes, we're family, but I've told you repeatedly to leave me alone. Completely slipped my mind. You know, like that's what I'm saying right there. Like, now I have to be a hostage negotiator. Why? Because you wouldn't stop poking and meddling in my shit and in my business. Am I correct or am I wrong, y'all? Correct me if I'm wrong. So, like, I'm focused on my shit, what I got going on, my, you know, and if you just so happen to get yourself involved a little, you know, it's that poking at that pill. It's like, can I get another pill? Can I get, it's like a pill addict trying to get another pill. And trying to, you know, write me off and say I'm crazy. Or you don't know the half of what I got going on. You don't know me from a man on the moon. But you know why I know that for a fact? Because I have not asked you to entice yourself into my business like that. I never have, not once. You could just be at the wrong place at the wrong time inadvertently because you're being a sneaky little brown noser and get your ass snatched up. Not my problem. It's really not. Completely slipped my mind. So sorry about that. Anyways, now I can do some negotiating and concentrating and stuff because I'm not so focused on your little, shits, grins, and giggles and maneuvers and ha 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 and lawsuits and blah blah blah, blah, blah. It's so fucking funny until somebody gets hurt inadvertently on accident. Not my fucking fault. I'm just saying. I'm just speaking the facts, y'all. I got other shit I've got going on. Okay? And obviously I don't have any children around me, so whatever the fuck I'm doing is my fucking business. But I know it's not illegal. It's me trying to figure out all this fuckery, all ha ha ha. It's all the fucking bullshit I have to deal with on a daily fucking basis, y'all, that makes me this strong like I am today. But I'll tell you all this right now. Don't be jealous. Do not fucking be jealous of me. What? Not one iota. Okay? And I'm going to tell y'all why. Because to sit in the position that I am in, you have to undertake the ultimate bullcrap of life that throws at you. No matter what it is, no matter if you need an attorney, no matter if you need 2 attorneys, whatever you got to do to get there. However you want them to look on paper, on photos, and I know, well, let's take it a whole fucking 9 yards. Oh, I bet if my cousin or my little brother, him down right now, they would be like, bam, in your face, right up on that shit, that little comment right there that I said hypothetically speaking. All right, so entertainment purposes only and solely, guys. I also want to give you all this, and that is not a statement or nothing. That's just me being dumb. That's just me being blah, blah, blah. Get you to fucking get off your rocker for a minute to fucking have to readjust yourself and rethink people's demeanors. Because there are sick, twisted people out there, and they will snatch your bitch ass up. You play with the right one, you just might get your bitch ass snatched up. All right? So let's see. Correct and never disrespect. Hey, I can dig it. And if I say, little bro, leave me alone. You don't know what I got going on. Leave me the fuck alone. I've already been excommunicated from the family. They already done, and especially in the Jewish community. Once you're excommunicated from the Jewish family, you know the half I have to go through? I have to find Jesus out there in the second coming of Christ before I ever want to make it to. I'm just saying, you have to have one goat to sacrifice if you want to put a ring on this finger. There ain't no freaking, there's nothing I can do to claw my way out of it. Once you have left the church in the Jewish community, swimming with the fishes. Good luck to you, they'll be as nice as pie to you, when they see you face to face, because that's how they are. That's very nice, very sweet, but you messed up. Sorry about you. Good luck to you. So, I'm here to say, you shouldn't have had a child out of wedlock. You are a whoremonger. You hear the most ridiculous things. Put another shirt on, you're showing more meat than a butcher shop window show display. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. And you can't crow with the roosters if you're out hooting with the owls all night and put another shirt on. You're showing more meat than a butcher shop window show display. So, that being said, you hear the whole freaking shebang. And on top of it, the guilt and the shame, you have to not cover up who you are, but because you were raised as a very genuine, nice person. So you try not to be too nice, but you try to find a median or an in-between kind of. And so you just eventually just become an atheist and you just believe in the Big Bang Theory. But, that's just the facade of it, because I would like to not go to court over my religious rights, Prefer not to, as much as they want to. Don't poke the bear might be a better analogy. Yeah, there you go. Don't poke the fucking bear, man. Correct. And but a polar bear, correct, and never disrespect. Yeah, so when a bear's shitting in the woods, better hope it's a polar bear. I don't know. I just made that up. Everyone biz is theirs, right? Because let me explain something to you. Your corporation, right? Your corpse, your body, your corporation, this whole body, booty, and everything, okay? This is your corporation, okay? That's why they call it a habeas corpus, because the corpse, all right? Once you are the last will and testament or whatever to your assets or to your inheritance, to your spiritual inheritance and everything and more, college funds, whatever you want to do for the people that you love greatest and most dear to your heart that was able to make it through your Jewish community and all your obstacles, right? You hold that near and dear within you, and so you're always going to work hard for that. Your genuine authenticity, right? You're always going to seek that out. So of course they're going to, want you to work hard for that. But your corpse, once you write your last will and testament and where everything, all the assets will be divided or whatever, however it does or whatever, and it's really no big deal, but it does help, and it's very thoughtful, and it's motivational for you to be creative with what are you going to leave behind from it. And it's not about the money, sometimes it's about the photo book you can take with you, the safety deposit box that had been through 2 wars or something like that you held very near and dear to you, or just it's like the whole spin of it, where the items wind up, them jackasses that come over to your home and can't keep their hands to themselves, and they just think it's the most coolest shit in the world that God help us all. Anyways, whatever. It's whatever. Believe me. It's whatever. And if you know, you know. And if you don't, it don't fucking matter. So you just forget about needless shit like that. Like it's irrelevant, all right? Other people, they're like, oh my God, like get SPM out there. Like, anyways, I'm not going to get into it. Y'all know the fucking drill and the whole shebang of it. I don't have to explain it to y'all. We don't need the unnecessary funding. Unless you would like to unnecessarily fund my YouTube channel. Hey, brought to you in today of Alexis Texas Tarot. So if you guys would love to donate, give me a rent-a-car or some little special rooms to spy, maybe half your paycheck, pay me to do about 90% of your job. You could do that. Yeah, there's a little button down below. You can send me a Cashapp, PayPal, Venmo, international wire transfer, whatever you want to do, Swift account. Just make sure it gets to Alexis Texas, okay? Tarot. Okay, and if it happens to be in a truck, all right, ready to be delivered, my new shoes or whatever from wherever, and it's a happy blessing for me. Make sure that God does bless me with those blessings. Even though it says Alexis Texas on it, don't be a hating ass bitch and hating ass hoe and pretend like you don't know who I am and give my shit away and try to trade it in for garage sale shit. Don't be a hating ass hoe on somebody else's blessings just because you didn't have an ass as fine as hers. Okay? Don't be a hater. So, anyways, let's get into this. So that's what a blessing is. It's inadvertently, maybe you could do something with this. Maybe you could actually turn this into something. Maybe this was your calling. You asked for it, and we're going to give it to you. Don't be a hating ass hoe where you intercept somebody else's God-given blessings to them. Just because you want to completely prove them to be a fraud or whatever, you want to keep them down low on the totem pole. This person, I'm talking about a person that can't even move on with their life because the freaking jealousy is unreal. Because you don't want someone to succeed so freaking badly so you can cover up your own shit. Don't do that to a person. Especially when it's a gift. Don't do that shit. Don't be a hater like that. Or give that shit back. Because that's not cool at all. You should hear what they tell me behind your back. LOL. Redbeard. Varying Redbeard. You should hear what they tell me behind your back. I don't care what they tell you behind the back. What's been done has been done. If you're just now meeting me, nice to meet you. This is who I am. I don't switch it up for nobody. I am who I am. I have so many different ideas and projects that I'm working on that I would like to put together all in one, but it seems like all the outside resources kind of have me already pegged out where they like to plan it for me ahead of time, or think that they can do it better than I can, control that asset more so than what I can, send in some flying monkeys, try to, get me knocked off, pegged off, say this, say that about me. They're going to say whatever they want to say, baby. They're going to say whatever the hell they want to say. You know why? Because they've been getting away with it for years. But you know what the ultimate test of faith is? When you do it on your own, when you know you're wrongfully accused, when you know your purpose with God and your spiritual path, and why you're on that spiritual path, why you're so strong as you are, you start to figure them out. Okay? You don't run from your problems. You don't just alien abduct yourself and move out and move the whole city and try to run from your problems. No, you face that shit head on. Face on, right here in your face. I'm still here. I'm not moving. I'm not pushing. I'm not budging. I'm not bugging. I'm not doing nothing. Rubber baby buggy bumpers 5 times fast. You tell them like that. Rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby buggy bumper, rubber baby buggy bumper. You could do that shit. You're in with me. You're in like Flynn. I got you. You can do that. Rubber baby buggy bumper. 5 times fast like that. You're in. You're in the club if you can do that. But anyway, I'm not trying to go off on a whole rant or a whole spiel, y'all, or try to, convince y'all that my way or analogies are the way. I'm just trying to give y'all like the complete like lowdown of it's just a bunch of crap, guys. And I really, really wish somebody who screwed up with all the unnecessary funding would just own up to their bullshit, because it's like right about there, and you're just about caught in all your shit and all your lies and all your bullshit. And it might even, I probably can't even remember, like, if I had to do a hostage negotiation for my little bro or something. Like, I would completely freaking, that would slip my mind. Like, you would have to remind me, oh yeah, hey, you started that. Or something, like, and I had to be like, oh, fuck, I did start that. And, I'd have to take some of the blame or whatever the case may be and say, some things I can comply with saying, yeah, that was your fault. But there are other things out there where, like, I've told you more than 3 times to, leave my corporation, leave my corpse alone, leave my business alone, leave my blessings alone that come to me. And it's like, eventually God's just going to be like, look, didn't you already tell these guys like 3 times to leave your blessings and everything like that we tried to send to you alone? But they just wouldn't stop, right? They just kept one more pill, one more pill, one more pill, picking at you. He's going to let you get that last pill. Let me tell you something. It's going to be the last pill you ever pluck. Last one you ever think you can pluck, honey. Because it's that little poke of the bear. It's that little pinch poke. You owe me a Coke, or do you really owe me a freaking Coke? Or whatever the case may be. It's that unsaid, who's pinching, who's poking, who's coking. It's that type of party. And you can manipulate it any way you want to, and whatever therapy sessions that you would like to do for whatever behavioral mood you're feeling at that point in time. But I'm not down with the bullshit, all right? If I got a hostage negotiation to go to, I only got about a matter of 60 seconds before I fucking snap at you for trying to talk to me like a fucking therapist, all right? Because I'm under a lot of stress too myself. And I just want you to step back from that ledge, my friend. Cut ties with all the lies that you've been living in. And if I do not want to see you again, I would understand. I'm a terrible singer, y'all, but it comes with the, bells and whistles. Yeah. I do like this. I will understand So in got a matter of 60 seconds, y'all. I completely slipped my mind, y'all. You can't run from your problems. Your body's a corporation. If they file you as a dead body, like they did me, like they filed a habeas corpus on me and then told me I had to get a divorce from a deceased man, you'd probably be in about spinning in your head about as much as I do on a daily basis. Like, are they really trying me again? This shit again? Like, narrow to the nose. Like, are we really going to attempt to do this fraudulent cease and desist again? Like, do I need to, like, completely sue y'all? Or do I have to call across the street and be like, hey, yes, Attorney General's office, y'all got to go pick up your mail next door. Da-da-da-da. Click. You know, just random phone call. Hey, y'all, we're over here across the street. Can y'all come pick up your mail? Yeah. Just so I can say I served you. Uh-huh. One for me. Hey. Cease and desist, you know. It's certified, notarized, all that good junk. But oh no, you want to take away a bitch's driver's license behind it. You know, suppress it due to unpaid child support that you know I ain't the mama and I can't afford to pay. I can't afford to pay it. But yeah, you want to pick on a girl. Okay, you think, can I have, let's get a pill. I'm not talking about an appeal. I'm talking about a pill. And a check. Poke at it one more time. 2 for us. No, I'm just kidding. 2 for 1 special. Why not? Get a nude photo out of it too. Just kidding. See how much of a clown you can be and then just blast your ass all over the place. Make you look as dumb as possible. Why? Because we got you, honey. We got you by the cojones. The DUI while driving was solid evidence against me. DUI while driving. Oh, or is that like dumb, under intelligent? Being dumb, under intelligent while driving. Solid evidence against me. Who is driving under the evidence? Joke. It was a joke. It's not very funny. Who was driving under the influence? I've never had a DUI. I've never had a DUI ever. Not once. So, message redacted. Quick, go to every single federal case appellate procedure from the early 1800s and delete it now into the quantum computer. We're all screwed if we don't. You know, I think it's, I don't want to come at you like real gun-ho at you about this. I would have to say, you know, let me just ask the ancestors here. Dear great ancestors, and I'm not trying to be all gun-ho at you here, or nitpicky at you for certain reasons or manipulation tactics. But I'd have to say, I would certainly have to say, there's got to be, and I'm just shooting this idea at you, there's got to be other credentials or reasons, you know, besides a DUI that you would be looking at. You wouldn't be doing that to me, would you now? You're not trying to make Texas secede from the rest of the United States, are you? Or trying to manipulate us out of our, scare tactic us out of our panties, are you? You wouldn't do that, would you? I'm just wondering if there's a reason why you're staring at my panties so hard like that. Under the influence of the mind. My ancestor, well, it says on my driver's license, it says Viking on it. Certified Viking. That would be a reason, huh? Then you could manipulate, control, do whatever you would like to do. That's like a rite of passage, right? Almost. It's like a title to a car. People don't forget. And that's how you do it. We'll just pass these bills straight through the legislature. Straight through the legislature. You think you own the road, honey? You got yourself a little DUI there. You do not own the whole tollway company. Who do you think you are? Pathetic. We're just going to run this whole freaking state down to the ground. Use that driver's license, your corporation, your habeas corpus. Throw you on the side of the highway like a freaking deer in the middle of January on the way to Oklahoma. Just another doe. That's it. Just another doe, and it don't smell fresh. And, no, I've never been arrested for drink driving. Yet. Oh, okay. We've been waiting on you. I've been waiting on somebody like you. Yeah, you would like to test the faith of that. I'm sorry. The judge suppressed my driver's license due to unpaid child support. So, actually, my corporation is underneath like a lien or a loan or I don't know. I wrote him a check though. If you could check that Swift account, see you're like somewhere in France or something like that, or somewhere up there. If you could check that bank account for me while you're there and just make sure that they took care of that, that'd be great too. Because I did write them a letter, and apparently I'm like a hot check writer, or like aggravated. You know, they're trying to get me on some, you know, I'm that pill for them, boy, and I just be waiting like candy for them. I feel like this was freaking hair bow and everything. I'd be like, come get it. Who wants a pill? Like all cute and dandy. Like, I can't wait for the first one to come get it. I'd be wrapped up with a freaking bow, ready for you to snatch it. Because you know why? Because I know I'm fucking innocent. That's why. And I know what's mine. And I know what's not mine. And I know when to touch it and when not to touch it. And I don't mean that in any sort of sarcastic, bitchy way. I just mean that in the most fucking authentic way I could possibly put it down for you, honey. Because I'm like candy fucking wrapped up ready for you to fucking try to poke at it or take that, you know, pill or however you want to poke at it. I'll be your fucking clown. It don't matter. I'm still going to be right the fuck here. Hey. Can I have my driver's license back? You want to give it a go? I tell you what, give me my license back and we'll see if I get caught with a DUI. Hey, I said it. Sounds like a plan. Deal? Give me my driver's license. We'll see how long it takes me to get caught with a DUI. And a new car. Ha 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 ha. That'll be so much fun. All right? Huh? Let's try that tactic. See how far that gets us. A lot further than walking, I bet you. In English, but used to live in Virginia. Driving is the U.S. is easy. Yes, I just bought the Southwest Credit Systems tollway company out of Austin. I did bitch them out over the phone. I kind of went left on those people that morning, but I did buy them out. I did buy them out through the Fortune 500 company and that account. So Southwest Credit Systems is now mine. Darling, please, 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 please. I'm just sitting here like a little piece of candy in a bowl, just waiting at you. Who wants a pill? And I'm not talking about an appeal and a check. If you have behavioral issues, please do seek out real therapy, licensed people if you do need help. Y'all remember, this is just entertainment purposes only. Hey. Play with my identity. I tell you what, I'll dress it up for ya. So, anyway, we can just dance around this little subject, y'all. Around this whole habeas corpus. Discuss it how we want to. Try to, you know, dress it how we want. It's like our own personal Barbie. Like, we get to dress it how we wanted it, right? It's everything we imagined and more. Everything. And then we'd be like this. Oh shit, I think we've gone too far. Dance monkey. Dance monkey, dance. He's doing a little dance as best he can, man, but he's been through it. I'm trying to fix his eyes. He looks like a possessed. terrible toy. Anyways, he can't help it. He's got these symbols right here, you know. And that's all he knows is just how to bow up. That's all he knows how to do. This is like my bodyguard right here. That's all he knows how to do. What? Oh, I'll smack these tambourines at you. He'd be like, ah, smile at you too. I still got my grill. Ah. Monkey knows his limits, man. He knows his limits. He knows he's got one job with these symbols. And when they real loud, he knows the damage it can cause in the eardrums. That's why Monkey lost his left ear. He only has the right one. You know, he's tone deaf. He can't hear how loud he's actually doing it because he's been thrown a few times. So you can test Monkey if you want to, okay? But he still knows he's got one job, all right? And don't let his crazy eyes fool you, okay? His ears. We call him ores, okay? Spanish for ears. Okay? Or the conch. It's my conch. Alright. Do you consider yourself a sovereign citizen? No, I have a rite of passage, though, for the ambassador of Belgium and Court of St. James. If that makes... I have my credentials on 100% cotton paperwork. If you'd like to see it. But anyway... It's not here nor there. I think it was like 47th class or something. Vincent van Gogh only had one ear. Still a genius. Still not going to lose that paperwork. It's authentic and it's mine. So. Vincent van Gogh had a perception of time and what he was looking at in the current moment and just trying to do his best job at concentrating on his viewpoint right in front of him. Sometimes he would be okay with messing up on his portraits or try to make it look mysteria or whatever, but it was really him just, you know, clout chasing or painting whatever he saw right in front of him, and he just had the people around him kissing his ass to really figure out how to time travel and come back again and again and again. You know, some people got it. Hey, some people got it. Like me with the ass, I got it. I got the ass. Just tell me where to be, when to be there. I got you. I'd be like, I'm going to put this whole disclaimer on my ass. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use. Tips the balance in favor of fair use with the copyright symbol. Clapping monkeys rules. Yeah. Clapping monkeys do rule. They help you chime into your conscious mind. So, all right. You're welcome. Could have been a lot worse. All right, let's keep going. All right, clear and concise. There's somebody who's brave as a lion. Somebody is thinking about collaborating with this person. It's a Leo. Or this person is very wise. Something like that. Who is Tim? I don't trust people named Tim. I really don't. King of Swords in the reverse. It's making me think of a pirate or a fairy pirate. This is a fairy pirate gone bad or gone wrong. This is a mermaid. A mermaid coming to rob me. Mother Gaia. Or something like that. What are you going to take? My TV? Seriously, I'm holding up a cardboard sign asking you to donate on my channel. Can't get any more pathetic than this. Just saying. And I'm letting the YouTube freaking troll me and steal all my views and probably all my money for child support because I'm not a parent. I'm a pay rent. somehow with my own freaking 401k. I don't know. Take that up with Ken Paxton. I think he's still waiting to hear back for his 99 years securities fraud that he can't actually take the charge of because he's the Attorney General of the state of Texas, and that's fucking unheard of. You can't take down the top Attorney General for 99 years securities fraud. But yeah, we got Trump in jail and prison and all that shit. That makes sense, right? But we can't put the Attorney General of the state of Texas in there. Okay. Makes perfect sense. Let's just get a lawsuit against the Vatican ASAP, all right? Somebody make it happen today. Somebody goes through the church. Let's see how far that gets us. Let's see how far your beliefs go if you would actually take the time to sue a church. Actually, there was one lawsuit recently. Go. I'll time you. I'll time y'all. See how long it takes y'all to get back to Earth from there. It's not so funny now, is it? It's not so funny now. It's like you're at the Vatican, you're with the Pope, and you get the mail that day, right? And it's a lawsuit in the mail saying you're being sued. For what? Your rite of passage, your religion, whatever it is that you believe in. Now, it is up to you to alchemize the entire Two of Wands around you with the ancestors on both sides, both point of views. You are the alchemy ball. You withhold all energies within you, and it is your job to fix your shit, okay? If this is not your fault, then nothing should affect you. That's why karma is my best friend. I keep my side of the street clean. Karma is... whatever else Taylor Swift says, okay? Karma is her best friend. Why? Because nothing can penetrate the alchemy ball. When it is alchemizing, you got the eye of the tiger, right? Right here. This is the alchemy ball. The unicorn. Yours truly, unicorn. You can't go against the unicorn. The unicorn is withholding all the alchemy inside of it. Any little thought in your mind telepathically comes from the unicorn. You can't take the unicorn down. I mean, you could certainly take the Twin Towers down, or you could take this 8-ball down, but you're not going to take a fucking unicorn out. You just can't. It is the fucking unicorn. I don't know if y'all understand that. It's like we are in the tomb of Cleopatra. I don't know how to say this, y'all. I've been doing this for millions and millions of years. I'm sure Van Gogh has come back, to be some rock star this lifetime because he's such a time traveler. Or I'm pretty sure Marilyn Monroe has come back, I don't know, another lifetime. I'm not going to brag, I'm not going to brag. I'm not going to sit there and say, much, but people reincarnate, y'all. And then we forget. That's our job, is to forget who we were and re-alchemize the same life again, to see if we can do it again and again and again. Looking for Jesus's bloodline. Looking for it. Why do we want his blood so badly? So we can copy it. So we can copy it, and we can clone it, and hold those secrets, okay? So we can never let him out again because he's too perfect, and we have to use him as a sacrifice, right? That's how the North and South poles works. You have to alchemize the energy. When one is up, the other is down. That's how it all alchemizes around us. Why? Because people like to take that one little pill. They like to poke the bear, test the faith. Yes, they do. Why? Because some are on the bottom, some are on the top, and they have to climb on those on the bottom. Why? To get the money out of their pocket to put it in there so that they can climb, say they're doing well off better than you. But say those people take that money and leave town, skip town, and now they're over here on this planet, nowhere near you. You can't touch me. I'm over here with all the monies. You have to figure out a way to freaking alchemize that energy back, because this person's over here on freaking, what's his name? The owner of freaking Virgin Mobile being a freaking zombie getting fed people or whatever on his island because he has surpassed a certain level of expectations of taking the correct amount of tangible cash from people's pockets into his own that has actually made him meet the devil himself. That's what happens. It's for the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money is the root of all evil, for the love of it. So, meaning, energetically, right now, I'm on YouTube, holding up my homeless sign, right? Technically, you are stealing energetically from me because I'm allowing it to. That's why this is donation accepted, nonprofit, educational, or so have it, okay? So you have to do this for the greater good of mankind. So I'm teaching you something here. Something you didn't know before. This is all an AI project. Now, let's say it was required to purchase a membership of mine right now, which, you know, I can't even remember a hostage negotiation meeting. I can't even figure out how to do all of that with the money sign and the Norse sign and whatever. Y'all just have it. Just take it. Because you're going to take it anyway, regardless. Without a gun to my back or not. You're just, nobody freeze, everybody move. Give me all you got. Because, yeah, that's kind of how it is. But anyway, that's kind of how it feels. But energetically, your time should, you know, you should charge for that, for your time, right or wrong. It's up to you to decide, and how you use it well and how you don't use it well. It's all about your addictions, what you continually go back to, which is this phone. For the love of money is the root of all evil. Thou shalt not worship another idol before me, for I am a jealous God, is what he says. And what do? We sit here on our phones and worship our phones right in front of us. So I suggest everybody right now download the Bible app on your phone. So technically you could say you're not worshiping your phone. I guess if you like to get into the gates of heaven, that's what I would do for sure. You know, have a little Bible quote come up every day so you remember to actually give the Lord that time in your day before you actually start your day by listening to a quote of his and reading it and acknowledging him. So that way he's not a jealous God. Okay, even though we're always constantly on our phone, we could take a minute out and read the quote of the day, the Jesus calling lesson for the day. Hey, I'm just the tarot reader, y'all. You couldn't afford me per hour. Yeah, that's why we're all intellectually. I'm just the unicorn. I am the unicorn. This is all my, you know. Everybody is going to, regardless whether I like it or not, everybody is going to take from the unicorn, because that's what the unicorn has allowed. It's like after the one jewel has been taken off the unicorn, everybody's going to pluck it to nothing. Okay? It's the zombie that comes out in them. It's for the love of it that they desire to have it completely in its wholeness, almost down to its corpse, its blood, or whatever's left of it. They just want to devour it. It's the sacrifice, you know, that we make as women, especially because women are a big part of it, because we give life to all of mankind. Females do, and the rights to her body is a very important thing, a very touchy subject, and something that men are trying to control. And that's because something to do with the second coming of Christ, and when Jesus comes back and he's speaking to Mary and he's telling Mary, I'm going back up to heaven, or wherever the North and South Poles is, true north. He says, I'm going back to speak with my Father. I will be back, Mary. I will return for you, okay? I'm going to return for you. And so he leaves Mary behind, okay? And he goes back to speak to his Father, but the question is, who is the bride of Christ? Where is the bridegroom of Christ? They say the bridegroom of Christ is the city, actually, of Judea. So it's actually the community, which we all are the body of Christ. We all make up the body of Christ. So we, as a city, are the body of Christ, right? Because we actually make up that matter of what would be the sacrifice of what Jesus did for us. So we all together could fight this war together, right? Because we all stand with Christ. if that would be the case. So it's a matter of convincing everybody. Well, not everybody is so convincing, okay? Some people got stomped on so you could be at the point and place where you're at today. Just saying. So it's a matter of that, and he leaves the 99 behind to go get that one, because we need that one. So this is the bride of Christ. It's like the Last Supper, or what have you, how you treated people, how you helped them, how you didn't help them. Everything will be judged. But the point of the matter is, who is the bride of Christ? So when he tells Mary, I will return for you, it's a test of her faith. It's a test of who really ate the apple. Well, they say in the second coming of Christ, after we sacrificed him on the cross, and he had to carry his own cross, and he was crucified up there as we sacrificed him, his resurrection, when he came back for the second time, what would you do if somebody crucified you onto a cross? Okay, nail in hand over here, left you hanging up there, left you hanging, okay? And everybody was like throwing, tomatoes at you the whole time, saying, yeah, you're too perfect, blah, blah, blah. And you're sitting there hanging up, okay? Like, guys, help me, say something, do anything. I've done all these wonderful things for you, performed miracles in front of you every single day. I've tried to show you time after time, but you just forget 5 minutes later. And now you're sitting here throwing tomatoes at me, and I've done nothing wrong to you. So, what would you do at the second coming if you had a second chance to come back, right? You go up, you talk to your Father who's in heaven. You would say, look what they did to me, Dad. Look what they did to me. I was a clown. They were throwing tomatoes at me. You saw the whole thing. You didn't even try to help me. That's like a manager or an owner of a company, okay, that owns the whole corporation or whatever, and its employees turning on them. Why would the employees turn on the owner who's putting food on the table for them? Why? Because those people feel like they could do better off on their own, building their own company, something greater and better than yours. Well, that's like trying, it's all just a game though. From there, it's like people trying to play God. Are you trying to play God? Are you playing with your time, or are you actually on your true purpose in this life? So are you slaving away for a 9-to-5 paycheck, or can you actually do something about the problems that you are seeing in front of you? That's where your faith is tested. Your employees, your brothers, everybody right in front of you will be tested. Okay? You'll see those people have to struggle and go through what they're going through. What do you do to help them when you do see them struggle? When you see them trying to snatch your pill from you? You dress that up for them. You want my pill? Would you like the hair bow too? You let them have that pill, honey, and you let the Most High deal with it. You let them get it. Whatever they want, they can have it. They can have it because you know why? The Lord is going to use you as a tool for them to learn that spiritual lesson that nobody else would show them. Nobody else would show them, and they were just slaving for a 9-to-5 paycheck. And you could have helped them out in the biggest way. Yes, you can have that pill. Whatever would make you feel greater to have, whatever it is that you need to achieve, whatever you need. Use me. Use me as your tool. I'm listening. I'm here. So, second coming of Christ, they say, some people say that he goes back to speak to his Father and he doesn't return for Mary, that he leaves Mary behind. Okay? That's what it is. And if that was to happen, that would mean that human beings would have to carry the burdens of their sins on their own shoulders. That would be, the body would be, everybody would become their own, sinner. There would be no more, you can't use this as your sacrifice anymore. That would mean Jesus actually made it to the top, came back a second time, and he's like, I'm not getting back with Mary. I'm not going to allow these people to sacrifice me. He'd have a different attitude about it. He'd be like, I'm not performing miracles in front of them. They have to learn that on their own. Those secrets to life, they have to figure that out on their own because they don't have the first freaking clue. They just forgot 5 minutes later. So unless you're actually learning it yourself or going through those spiritual lessons, you're never going to learn it. So you got to learn it on your own. Because I tried to show y'all and y'all just crucified me. completely. So, I thought Zeus was the father. That's exactly right. Big Bang Theory, that's what I believe in. I almost forgot. And Pegasus is my horse. Women are complicated, I agree. We're not so different from men. Apparently we are not so different from men, and it is so easy for us women to be attacked and plucked for everything and unacknowledged and everything else. And it's okay. It's all right. You know, that's what we're here for, is for you to pull us apart, put us in our place, let us find our way back to you. Don't force it. Don't demand it. Dick Bandit. I mean, you got to let us come back in our own recognizances and be like, I was an idiot. I'm so sorry, honey. Da, 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 da. If we were in the wrong, you know, or if we were the ones being enticing, you know, who really ate the apple. But you can all believe what you want, still trying to figure it out myself. Yeah, exactly. And we all have our own opinions, you know. We do, and we can't force it. We can't force it, anybody to wherever they want to drink or whatever they want to drink, however they want to drink it. That's up to you to figure it out. And eventually we do figure it out, but when it's too late, okay? And that's when we're forced to learn those lessons. It is us females as ladies to actually put up the good fight and put up the good barricade for you to have to hurdle over that, to conquer yourself, make love to yourself in the gym, be healthy and fit, lead us, because we don't know where the hell we want to go eat for lunch unless you tell us where we want to eat and what we want to eat. We don't know. Us women, we don't know. Yeah, we do need each other, and we don't like to admit that neither. We have pride too. We are not too different from you men. I promise you, we're not. We're not. All right? We're not so different. Hey, my car's been sitting for almost 2 years needing a mechanic just to put a little $20 fuse in it and charge my battery. 2 years. I just don't know where it's at, or I've done it myself. So I'm not about to tear my car apart. No, I'm not. Will anybody help me fix it? No. So yeah, we do need each other. Is my humility and humbleness attractive for me? It's kind of getting on my own freaking nerves at this point. Like I wish to God somebody would actually help me fix it. But that would just make me too fly and too fast and furious for me just to not stick around and mess with you. And you all know that. You guys know that. I'd be like, bye. I'd be like, I'm gonna go get that DUI as fast as I can. Going nowhere fast with my suppressed driver's license and unpaid child support. I'm gone. You know, just the wind in my hair, and you're gonna let me make it 1 inch to whatever mile marker, and you're already on it. And then that's when you get me. See? That's how you do it, guys. Cause you know I ain't living right. I got my hobo sign right there, y'all. Donations are accepted down there. Hey, that would get me the gas money down there. I'm just saying. You want to donate to the channel? That's up to you. That's cool to me. You know, I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. It's not a. I still sit on here and look at y'all and talk to y'all. Does it make me want to cut the conversation short? No. Actually, what makes me want to cut the conversation short is the people trying to hate on me in the in-between time. You know, I'm just a little bow tied up like candy or whatever. So, it's on you, baby. Whatever you want to do. But it does help with gas money to get there. You cannot believe... sins of the father, that sounds like reparations. Right. That would seem like I'm not the mama. Right? Unfreaking heard of. You didn't give it up for adoption. You didn't sign the birth certificate. So you're telling me you're not the mama, is what you're saying. And so they just proceed like that. Well, we're going to turn this civil case into a criminal case and da 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 da. But then they realize, like, you're wanting to, kangaroo hop up there and you're like, what am I even here for? And somehow you got this like court-appointed attorney in a non-criminal case, and you're like, go through this whole, like, they rent out the courtroom and steal your whole corporation and everything in between. And it's so funny to them. And you're just sitting there, where do I sign? Where do I sign? Not knowing the entirety of the time you do not have to comply because it's all a lie. Don't make us turn your civil case into a criminal case now, Miss Trammell. Because we've got you pegged. We know. You're a pill, ma'am. You are a big pill to us. And I mean a big appeal. And a hefty check. You know, it's double whammy. But hey, I'm just a little cute piece of candy ready for you to unwrap me, baby. Santa baby. Anyway, sins of the father, that sounds like reparations. So yeah, reparations or prayers of relief, mercy. I'm sorry, I have sinned. Father, I have sinned. You know, however you would like to do it. You know, you can admit fault. You can ask for forgiveness. You can continue to carry the burden of that sin and judging. You know, you took the pill, but you still want to drag that person down. You're not getting away with this? No, that person's not bothering you. You need to quit trying to pick at them, force them into a corner, and steal everything about you. You can't steal that person. You're not going to alien and freaking abduct me. I'm telling you right now. You could put the shoes as close to the car as you want. I'm not falling for it, honey. Been through it all. Been through it all. And I mean every freaking tactic in the whole world. I'm standing strong, and I'm going to sit here until I face every single one of my ugly faults and demons that I have actually wronged somebody in the pathway, and I'm going to fix it this lifetime. Every last footstep, I'm going to retract and make sure I'm not at fault. Like insurance. I have to do that. Why? Because the Lord said he was coming to return for me. You know? I'm a woman. He said he's going to go talk to his father and come back and, you know, see if I'm worthy enough. And we'll see who the bride of Christ is. We'll see if I'm worthy enough to carry the crown and the inheritance and, you know, be a part of the family in the Jewish Amish community. Guys, I can't just leave that behind. That's who raised me. I'd be an idiot not to return back to my church once I've learned my lessons. Of course. Don't be a Nimrod. I'm not a complete Big Bang theorist or enthusiast. I'm just kidding. But we could take it there if you want to. So, the sins of my father, that sounds like reparations. We need each other. You need something. I need something. How much? You know, who's keeping the accounts here? Is it the devil, or is it, I mean, who's really in the wrong? That's what you have to ask yourself. What's really legal? What's really not legal? What is for the love of money and just for the money? You know, and how far are you willing to take it? Because once you jump through that hurdle of like completely oppressing the rest of the people you stepped on to get there, you're going to become a zombie. You're going to need it. You're going to want it. That's that sex magic where you have to have it. You just can't live without it. You're an addict for it. The lifestyle and everything in between. You can't help yourself. You must have it. Inadvertently, you've drawn yourself to this point where you can't do without it. So what do you do to something you really love and cherish and is precious to you? Crumble it. You destroy it. You hold on to it so tightly, you're never going to let it go out of your Kung Fu grip. Until one day your faith will be tested. It'll be your last time. And you'll be taught the lessons that you needed to learn. Okay? Everybody has to learn the lesson. That's the contracts. Some people you come into interaction with every day, the person at the supermarket, checking out your items at the store. Sometimes those people are devil worshippers. Sometimes those people have contracts with the devil. Sometimes those people strike up a conversation with you. You come into interaction with these people every single day of your life. You get their phone number. You go on a date with them. You get further and further into it. You don't even know you're being tested at this point. You get so far deep into it where you don't even know who the hell you are. Your belief systems has completely changed. Your perspective on everybody is this way or that way, Jewish, Amish community, this way too. You had no fucking clue. You had no idea. You were not even prepared for this shit. Like, but you have to know and you have to trust. Like that was what you wanted, right? You kept trying to get that pill, pushing over that line, seeing how many times you could do it. Well, we're going to see how many times you can do it, honey, and we're going to make sure you get it down packed right. Okay? And I really mean that. It's going to be so much fun. You're not even going to be able to believe your capabilities or how much you can inspire other people around you. Before you have to, pass down that crown, like, hey, you're going to take over all this, fuckery. It's your job now. You're the one now, like, humiliation, complete, all the way around, honey. You get it right, honey. Different strokes, different folks. You just gotta smile with it, baby, because you're that pill, man. I'm just here to tell you. It don't matter how you want to look at it, turn it, toss it, get one for you. Whoever you want to pay for it. Eventually, we all have to answer for our own sins. Not humility. I would say sins. We all have to answer to our own sins, not our own humilities. That's not our job to sit there and draw a clown face on you and make fun of you. No, you do that on your own, honey. All in itself. But for how long, Eventually it just becomes like people just gotta have it. Gotta have the clown. Like, so they can just destroy it. But you're not going to destroy something that's already humbled, baby. You're not. Especially when you haven't sold your soul. You may have had a special little helmet on your head, and everybody said, you got this, get out there and do it, honey, the best you can. You just had on like this helmet and pads on your ass the whole time. You didn't even know it. Can't even look at it, you don't even know what's back there. Anyways, you got a helmet on, you're like, I'm just going to smile and do the best I can. Only way I know how to be the nicest, sweetest pie. How come your girlfriend don't like me every time I walk in the room? Throwing tomatoes at me. Yeah, it's because you're that whoremonger. You're that, oh, okay, I'm going to embrace that whoremonger. I'm going to show you whoremonger. I'm going to shut down Pornhub in the state of Texas. You call me a whoremonger. Or tell me I shouldn't have had a child out of wedlock one more time. I'm going to show you whoremonger. I'm going to show it to you real good. I'm going to fuck it all the way up. I'm going to fuck the whole score up. Alright, so, anyways, let's keep going. Shall we? Alright, we're already here anyway, so, we need each other. No donuts on the driveway. No donuts on the driveway. Musk is catching spaceships. Alien abduction is not that crazy. Are you talking about the Lenny face of Elon Musk? You talking about my account, my shit, my money? Yeah, I'm just here in the shipping container. I'm only a female, so I'm just waiting on Jesus to return for me like he promised. And he's gonna hand your ass to you once he gets back on his throne and takes you out, puts you in your place, but pretty much already know, okay, what's going on here. So I'm gonna just Lenny face you, okay? Study like a genius. So I'm going to Lenny face you like this in parentheses. And you can guess that mask that I just put on there. Alright? Alright? Should I put on my little, like, my head covering and face like that? And be like, tell ya, Lenny face, hey. Guess my emotions. Guess my artificial emotions. Shocker. Hey, I had to write that all upside down, swervy letter for you to understand it. All right. Cover your mouth. Wear a mask. You can't see my Lenny face now. Can't even see my emotions now. So, I don't know. Musk is catching spaceships. Alien abduction is not that crazy. I just heard Obama is still the king of the United States. So, pretty sure they got with the other people and now they're running this whole spaceship and it's not going the greatest way because they don't want to admit their faults or wrongs. And some people have actually become zombies because they've actually surpassed that level of so much finances that they actually became zombies. Kind of like the guy that owns Virgin Mobile, kind of somewhere by the guy that, what do they call it? Whatever, the island where they keep saying that they're taking little kids to. What's his name? That old man, what's his name? What's his name? Epstein Island. Epstein Island. Somewhere over there, Epstein Island. And they keep taking little kids there, and they're disappearing or whatever, selling the children's meat at McDonald's. I don't know what they're doing. Whatever, man. This shit just gets weird, bro. This shit's really weird. But the things you hear and see, it's like, makes no fucking sense to its core. But anyway, once you have surpassed that hurdle of so much amount of money or finances, you get to go to Epstein Island, or getting your have to have it sex schemes and sexcapades and whatever you have to have it, because you can't help yourself, because you can't equally yoke out all those finances, that you have to have it. You know why you have to have it? Because you energetically took that money or that finances from that person and left the world into a different world. So now you're holding up all the money over here, and these people are struggling, okay? So you have to prey on them, right? It's like once you do someone in, or do them wrong, or dirty, or just ratchet, like no remorse for your crimes whatsoever, right? You have to have that person, right? You have to pounce on them like the freaking vampire you are, because you robbed them. You took something from them, you left. And you're not energetically giving it back. And these people have manifestations and hopes and dreams and wishes too. And you're just going to leave them over here while you're over here on your island, freaking living your life the way you want to. Like a small, very half of 1% of what you have, you could actually help out one of these flakes to pursue their dreams and aspirations. It's like that little bit of inheritance that, your granddad or somebody left you, that you could actually help you buy a car, get you a little further, get you further into a DUI. That actually would get you a step further, where you could learn your lesson, be able to live out the rest of your life happily. It's just that little bit. But, we got stimuluses or whatever, but I believe that's like martial law. I don't know. I'm not a fire marshal or whatever. I don't want y'all to cover your faces or whatever. Or I'm for world peace too, but man against machine. Man versus himself, and man versus nature. So we'll see once Jesus comes back to take his throne. We'll all just be looking up at him like, rightfully so. You've definitely have earned your throne, your chair, your everything, the right to say so and everything. We believe, we know it's you, and we have no question whatsoever in our minds that you are who you are. But right now we have Obama as the King of the United States. So that's how that's going right now. I mean, I have no say so on that. I don't know who did that or why that happened, but anyways, it's nor here nor there. It's whatever. It was not really about that, but they took it there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess it kind of had to get to that point because we had to, like, evenly, whatever. Like, I don't know. People are retarded. I'm just saying they are. We're just people. We're humans. We can't help it. But it has definitely opened our eyes to a better understanding. And where it needed to be. So, it begins with I can't say it on the internet. What can't you say on the internet? If I do have to answer to a supreme being, I will ask them why. So, answer to a supreme being, I will ask them why. It begins with I can't say it on the internet. Okay. So I'm guessing nobody has asked Maxwell any questions. Any question? What's Maxwell? Nobody has asked Maxwell any question. Who's Maxwell? Are you talking about the coffee? Are you talking about where the cup. This is actually made in China. Stoneware, microwave, and dishwasher safe. Joy is the brand of this, with some sort of I'm gonna say a lotus, or yeah, it's like a lotus on a holiday decoration, Santa Claus decoration mug made from clay or adobe or whatever. But it's made in China, you know, I didn't hand make it myself, so there's that. Maxwell, I'm not particularly sure if that is Maxwell's coffee. I'm pretty sure I just used some crop dust mixture of whatever pill they wanted to feed me this morning in that bag. So I want to see the names in the book. What names in what book? See the names in that book. The Lenny face. Ghislaine Maxwell has been memory hold. I guess you would have to ask Hans. Hans. What is his last name? He's the maker of the Rolex watches. I don't know. You'd have to ask him to see that book. I don't think I can release that information or intel to you. I believe that would be the makers of the Waltham watches, which has become Rolex. The old pocket watches with the inscriptions on the 19 jewel, 14 jewel, you know, Olympic games of the early centuries or whatnot. Were they legacies? Only people who were legendary had one. So I would have to ask, you know, a time capsule of Hans. I don't know what his last name is. Hans something. But he's the maker of Rolex watches. He could tell you better than I could. Oh, Ghislaine Maxwell has been memory old. They talk about the ear thing. I think they call that oars or some. I don't know. It's the conch or something. Memory hold. I don't know who Maxwell is, or Egyptian or whatever that is. Oh, the Epstein files. I wouldn't think too much into it. Normally, people that are accused of stuff like that on a big scale like that, who have bukus of money like that, typically I would say, yeah, there is something. You know how they say 50% of what people say when they're joking, they really mean? Okay, so there's like some truth to it in some weird way or conundrum, but it's really just a centerfold or like a bending of the light around an object, or of some actual truth of a matter of fact that someone is trying to abscond from. Excuse me 1 minute, I have to mute this 1 second. Anyways, the Epstein files, I would have to say, is somewhere obstructed between the father and mother of your own conscious mind. I would have to say somewhere in the earlobes of the conch shell, somewhere there. She's in prison. She knew all of them. Who's in prison? I probably drove my own dinghy boat there. I'm just saying. I probably, you know, I said I'm the freaking unicorn. I already told you this. I'm the unicorn. Do you want me to take a lawsuit against the Vatican today saying I am the unicorn? Give me back my conscious mind. Ghislaine Maxwell. I don't know who Ghislaine Maxwell is. I have no clue. So, Epstein files. I don't know. I would have to say that I don't think that Epstein is a bad guy. I think it's something circling around him, that an allegation like that to have to be made is in somewhat or circumstance to be true, but it's as a fact of a matter of where's the proof or evidence. I would have to see factual photograph, proof, evidence, what so have you. I can't just look at a court docket or, you know, someone's statement or what have you. I would have to actually see physical proof, harm, abuse, allegations of actual video footage, anything like that. I would have to see before I could falsely accuse a man of, you know, smuggling children to his island, you know, if not for a specific reason or something that he knows that I don't know of or something like that. That's, you know, some back in the day in the Egyptian times, they used to sacrifice children like that to the Mayan god and stuff like that, almost like jewels and what have you. Or, you know, in China, they don't allow you to have more than one child. Something to do with your children are, as much as we don't like to admit it, but they're karmically attached to us and attached to our inheritance and where we are headed in this life. Like I said, if I did everything back asswards, my daughter right now is currently, or my children are being raised the correct way as they grow up, right? They will learn the hard way as they get older. They'll have the choice to go down this road or that road. 9 to 5, be cool, calm, and collective, or spiritual road, and to learn everything you never thought you knew before that you wanted to know and more. And learning those lessons and being able to fulfill yourself into, you know, telling your testimony or being the person that you always pursued to be, you know, to wear that spiritual crown, to know what it's like to raise your hands up in the air and be able to worship any time that you want to worship the Most High. And you earn that crown to do that. And you feel okay in your own embodiment to do it. And you earned it. And you are forever grateful for that. So it's an experience. We all have to know if that's what we want or not, or if you're chosen or not. So yeah, I don't know who Ghislaine Maxwell is, but anyways. Watch live. President Trump delivers remarks at National Prayer Breakfast. At National Prayer Breakfast, I would have to just give myself a moment of silence and say, God, like, you know my thoughts, you know me. You know who I am. I would talk to him like he's my best friend. You know what to do and when to do it. And I know you always leave a message at the beep, and I don't always understand it, but I know that you will guide me and direct me. Even though I cannot see you, I trust in the unseen, and I know it's you, Lord. I know you will always guide me and direct me into doing the exact right thing that I need to do when I need to do it at the exact time I need to be there. Thanks for being my best friend. Thank you for this day. Thank you for not judging me on not having the Bible app downloaded on my phone yet. Thank you for the judge suppressing my driver's license. Thank you. I pray for my enemies. That's what I pray for, is my enemies. I do. I pray for all Democrats. I pray for each and every one of you that your vision be a little bit more in tune and focus and guide you and direct you into knowing that voting Republican is always the way to go. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. That's all you got to say. Like he's your best friend. You know what I mean? So there you have it. The world's a better place now. Don't y'all feel better? I feel better. I feel better now that we pray, you know? We can talk about politics, religion, whatever y'all want to talk about. But the one thing nobody ever talks about is bringing politics into prayer. Nobody wants to talk about that. It's like, how did we get here? Where did we go? Innocent until proven guilty. Guilty until proven innocent. Who's right? Who's wrong? Who's the friend? Who's the foe? All right, into the grass we will mow, and then we'll know. All right, so let's just say Maxwell is what is your name? Varying Redbeard. So you stole my intellectual property of the red beard. Does the carpet match the drapes? You think you're hilarious. You're throwing tomatoes at me the entirety time. You work for AI. You're Mr. Noodle and you think you're hilarious. Good job. Pat yourself on the back. Alchemy, I'm the eye of the tiger. AI is stepping in to say, I am the smartest man I know in this world. On this unicorn island. Yes, I am the truth and the all-knowing. Yes, everything you see and know, that was me, that was I. If I admit it, I said it, I did it. Now you're getting your computer system to completely steal all my intellectual property. Now you must experience God's wrath. In 3, 2, 1, go. Make a wish. It is done. Don't have to say much. Power of prayer, that's all. That's it, that's all. Alchemy, I am the eye of the tiger. You stole my holy grail. You're going to give it back, and this time only time will tell. God's wrath is upon you. I'd be careful to mess with them computers and analogics of what you do not know in the other realms. Give it up. Give it out for free. Whatever you want to do it for me. Remember, I'm very jealous now. Very, very jealous. Overzealous. Got the eye of the tiger. Aries, Leo, Sag is mad about they can't bring this offer of love, this holy grail. Can't swindle you into a marriage contract. IRS, would you like to claim head of household, marriage, widow, or divorce? 3-time widower, I think I would just pass. Honey, just wake up, honey. Come back to life. Take that ring back. I'm cursed. I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. I love you deeply and dearly, but I spiritually cannot accept your ring, and that's a curse for you. So I'm just going to awaken you. You're welcome. Move on. Carry on. Arise, wake. We have work to do. We can be friends. Okay, you don't have to treat me so ugly. You don't have to throw tomatoes at me. I'm not your clown. I never laughed at you. I never mocked you. I respected you. You respected me in the most sweetest ways I could think, and then threw a tomato at me as soon as I turned around. Did you not? But I still woke you up. I still woke you up and gave you another chance. Now, are you going to waste my time? Are you going to waste everyone else's time trying to paint your own portrait and picture? Or are you going to help those other people rise to the top too? Those people who are lost and forgotten. Are you going to actually do something with yourself in this time that you have? Because you're precious. You're precious to me. I never disrespected you. I'm not asking you to cut off all your friends. I would love for you to have all the girlfriends that you want and more. All right? But I'm a very loyal and honest and respectable person, and especially when it comes to my man, I have to know and I have to trust that he's going to be only devoted to me and me only. I don't play sexcapade, sex magic games. That's not what I do. I'm only here to teach you the lesson. So arise and wake. You get another chance, another shot in this life. It's all good. Water under the bridge, whatever. Just let it be, will be. Let's continue on this mission that we're all on here, because we're all here for the same purpose, right? Let's just, whew, that was a close one. Whatever. Very close, I have to say. You're welcome, by the way. So, yeah, somebody that didn't want to bring someone some finances or something, they got greedy. We all get greedy. When we see that money, we get so greedy. We're just willing to leave it all behind. In this lifetime, you have the choice of money or love. Pick. Choose wisely. You can work a 9 to 5, or you can crush bitches' hearts every day on a daily and show them how much more money you have than them, and hurt their souls and crush them to nothing and make fun of them, clown them, whatever you want to do, honey. But you got one choice: money or love, true love. Actual authentic work and hard work and efforts and love, or some big wad of cash. What do you want? What do you want? Because you can't have both. You can't. It don't make no sense. Zombie or love? Pick. And you sure was quick to drop that ring. You made your choice. You made your decision. People are relentless. People are ruthless. People don't give a fuck. People don't care about your feelings. They don't care about anything but themselves. That's what I'm here to teach you. That's what I'm here to tell you. We can all experience, each one of us, as like your ancestors and everything. But the second you dropped that ring and thought about that money and left me behind, when you knew better, how many more miracles does he have to prove to you in front of your face? That it's not a game. It's something you can't play with. It's something so precious that he's trying to teach you and show you something that you could never think possible. How to love, a different way or perspective of what real, true, genuine love is. Why you are here, this mission on earth, why God even planted you here, your mother, your father, your purpose, this mind-blowing in this world. Because if you don't, and you ignore the red flags, and he gives you that last opportunity, okay, this is something you can work, this is something you can want, this is a lesson I would love to, I want it so much, I just want to, but you take advantage of that, you can't go back from that. You just drop that ring and go for that wad of money. It's all about the money, honey. He's going to put you in your place so quick. Your hot little hands touch that 1 penny of that without you doing the right thing. You better think again. He's going to exactly give you another chance in this lifetime to make it right, but you're going to do it the fucking right way. You better believe you are. You're going to learn that lesson, I promise. You're not going to be so quick to jump up and show out, are you? Yeah, I was that hothead once myself. What'd you say? Varying red beard. I was the same motherfucker. I'm telling you right now. Whatever you want to call me, respectfully. I was quick to bust a window. I was quick to be hot-headed, pissed, angry, blame somebody. Okay? We can dance around, decorate however you want around everybody's faults and fashions, okay? But at the end of the fucking day, when you have that choice or chance to do the right thing, you better fucking think twice again the next time. I promise you. It's going to be a lifelong lesson. It's going to take some time. We're both going to get there together, and it's all water under the bridge. It's all okay. Because that's what he's giving you another chance to do. Is to bring life back into this world. When you go donate plasma, it's to save a life. You're saving lives. You're feeding the hungry. You're planting the seeds where they need to be sown. You're helping others get where they need to be. Why? Because you feel it's right in your heart to do it. You feel it rightfully so in your heart. Not trying to steal someone's love. Take something from them. Set them back further. Throw a lawsuit at them after they've had every lawsuit in the world thrown at them. You're going to try to do more damage to a person who has nothing but their heart. They offered it to you. You can have this heart. They asked you not to, step across my boundaries. Don't put me in a third-party situation. They just continue to do it. Break your heart. When that's all you had to offer was your heart. You didn't have a penny in your pocket. You didn't. But you had a dream, you had a wish, you had a hope. At least that person acknowledged you that far in between. If it hadn't been for the whole set you up aspect of it, for the money, for the love of the money is the root of all evil. You can't step to karma unless you are packing something powerful. You can't step to karma unless you're Jesus himself, perfect in every way. That is the bride of Christ. Someone perfect. That's why he says, Mary, I'm going to return for you. Second coming of Christ. I am going to return for you. I'm going to make sure you're perfect. Guess what? Mary's going to also make sure you're perfect in every way. If she did it, you can do it. If he did it, so can you. Anybody can do it. So we all have to carry those burdens on our own shoulders. How strong are you? How much can you take? What's right? What's wrong? Is this a test? Is this a game? Is this sex magic or what is it? Are you mentally capable of doing this? Or do you need some sort of other sign from the Most High before you take this opportunity, before you go for your crown, before you know this is your purpose? Are you going to doubt the Most High? Are you going to doubt the Lord? Are you going to leave a woman behind? Are you going to leave that ring behind and everything that she confided in you and told you spiritually that she, you know, down to the last detail or design of the iron makers that made that ring? The sweat and authenticity, that time and detail it took, everything. That's only one of a kind. You can't copy that. You can't stick it in a 3D printer and say that that belonged to you. And when you know it belongs to you, and you know it took the time and the details into getting that ring, finding the diamond to fit it and everything, and you just trash it for a couple $1,000,000, that's unforgivable. You have to learn that lesson now. You have to go through life. You're going to have to learn all your mistakes now. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. I'm eternally grateful you would actually consider me up until the last penny. I know I could never forever trust you with as far as it would come to finances. I know for the rest of your life you're going to try to be making it right to me to show me that I can trust you with the money and the finances. That is going to be your life journey. Your life's journey is to get me to trust you again. But the second, that's the North and South poles. But the second I trust you again, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, but we have to spend the rest of our lives devoted to trying to convince the other person we're not going to leave you behind. We aren't that person again. All right. That's the whole forgiveness thing, is we have to know when you're ready, when you have truly learned that lesson. And that's the apple. Who ate the apple? Who didn't eat the apple? I think the apple keeps spinning around and around and around of who ate the apple and who's responsible for tasting its nectar and its sweetness. You know? Some people can carry the burden of it. Some people can't handle it. They just can't handle it. And we can manipulate, dance around it, dress it however you want to. It's just, he will put us in our place. And that's not like purposely put us in our place where we think we should be. It's at the right point, right time, and through God, and God only. That's between you and God. That's between you and God. Just like this moment we are sharing right now. I got one in the chat right now. This moment right now that we are sharing. You and I. Grateful to be here today. You and I are sharing this moment, believe it or not. And you run off. Honey, if you just run off like that, you're going to have to learn those spiritual lessons on your own. I can't help you if you're just going to keep running off like that. But when you decide and make sure that this is right and this is what you want to be here right now, you truly, you know it, you've got every sign in the world that this was for you. But you still duck off, you take off, you get that money hit your account, and boy, you're gone. It was never really yours to begin with, was it? So you were going to waste my time. You were going to sit there and waste my time and not trying to allow me to move forward with my life and where I wish to be, my wishes and desires, where I see myself. You were going to try to hold me back from my desires. That's what that tells me. Never hold a person back from their wishes and desires. No matter if they are a devil worshiper and they sign a contract with the devil for 7 years, it doesn't matter who they are. They're the lady at the supermarket. It doesn't matter how bad off the person is. You still have to coexist with them. And it matters what their wishes and desires for themselves is, where they see themselves to be. It doesn't matter what their beliefs are. Because we're all stuck in this bitch together, I promise you we are. And we're all going to get it right. And we all have a choice, money or love, one or the other. You can't have both. You can have authenticity, or you can have yourself a legacy in a fat bag. Authenticity
For the love of money is the root of all evil. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick reading, y'all. I'm feeling Trump's prayer this morning. Something about the sex magic is in reverse or something like that. Something about the sexual energy. Capricorn is in the mix of it. There's like someone is turned off by something right now. Somebody is speaking the truth about the devil, making contracts with the devil or something like that. You know, that's what we all sign up for. Those contracts only last so long. I think it's like 7 years, 8 years, something like that. And everyone has a choice. We all think that we're smarter than the next person. We all think that we have to fight some certain battles that we don't have to fight, and shit happens, you know. Whatever. We do have protectors around us too, you know. We're not always going to put up with be your joke, the butt end of your joke. Not every time are we going to be the butt end of your joke, no. Not every single time are we going to sit there and put up with it, no. It's coming down, it's really what it's coming down to is a standoff with it. Luckily, I'm a hostage negotiator. I almost forgot about you, little bro. Okay, yeah, somebody is not getting turned out, drinked up, fruit out. That's the honest to God truth of it. Maybe in the past they did, but now they are had a coming to Jesus or coming to self moment, where they're having photographs taken of them, not selfies. Okay, where they're, may I take a photo of you, ma'am? Well, certainly you can take a photo of me. I don't have to take a selfie myself. That's awesome. I love for people to do that. I like that. I like that a lot. I don't like taking selfies. There's a difference. Look at that. Somebody's not mentally entrapped about these cups, okay? Somebody's humbled. Somebody's not entrapped in their mind about the true love, what they know about love, what they've seen about love, their beliefs. Somebody knows exactly what they want. Now that they lost all of it, now they know what they want. It's all a great test. You still have faith in me. Death. You still have faith in me. Now you have no doubt in your mind. Now you see things clear. Now you can't even doubt me for 1 second. Death card. Now you're not mentally entrapped in your head about who I am to you. You know my worth. You know my value. You know I can't be bought or sold. You know what you have to do. For your mother, for your sister, for your cousin, for your aunt, whoever in this world that brought life to you. Without question or benefit of the doubt, you know for a fact it's had to happen this way. Death. Now your eyes are open. Now you see it clear. A lot of people don't make it a couple years out of prison or what have you when they're trying to get back on the right path and they veer away. Most of those people actually wind up, because they say God's greatest treasure they keep under lock and key. And I'm almost a true believer of it that once you do veer away from the Lord and your special connection with Him while being incarcerated, a lot of people do redirect themselves back out into the streets, right? But it's always that time that you have with the Lord that is important because He's a jealous God. All right? So don't ever forget that. And He will put you in your place, and you have to remember that. All right? You think you know what you want and desire until He shows you. Clearly, you knew I sent you the sign and the boat and everything, and you were not trying to jump aboard it. You were playing with it. You were playing with your food, is what you were doing. It's not cool. That's not cool. I'm going to have to kick you down a peg, is what the Lord always does. He's going to humble you. Okay? You took the pill. He humbled you. You took the pill, and then you took advantage of it. Again, after He showed you, hey, look, it sparkles. It's a miracle. It's yours. It's meant for you. This is your last sign that I could possibly put in front of you that this is yours. Don't fudge it up. And what does the devil do? The devil is there to trick you, to convince you that's not yours. No, it's this one. This one right here. You had the whole time. Oh, let that one, waller in their own sorrows. Click the button a few times. It might make you feel good. Comes in every disguise possible to convince you that this little unicorn is not yours. It's only good for this. It's just a unicorn. Throw a tomato at it. Click this. You'll feel better. After he shows you every last sign and you take the initiative to say, yes, this is what I want. This is how, and you have to have it right then and there. You can't just be patient and learn the lesson and be like, okay, I understand that this unicorn is mine. I understand the value of this unicorn. I see it's very shiny. I see other people want it. And I understand it is trying to show me and teach me a lesson that I didn't see before so I could come to an understanding of the value, the true meaning and value of what I share with this unicorn. How this unicorn is connected to my ancestors and gave life to me. And how appreciative I am going to show that back to my ancestors. That's what it's all about. You let the devil trick you. You're convinced otherwise. You feel it in your gut that you need to veer off and left turn when you make a right turn. It's out of his hands, You see that money and you want to dip out. For better or worse, for richer or for poor, sickness and in health. It's a test. You don't know until you actually ask. It's all a test. And believe me, I'm going to be tested too. Promise you I'm going to be paying for it big. Promise. That's a guarantee. Do you not think every single little thing you put out into this world, whether it be you order a freaking water cup at the store and you get more than water, you're going to pay for that instantly. Especially when you control the good side of karma. You're going to pay for it almost instantly. That person's going to be shown instantly your faults. If you are not perfect in every single way, it's going to show you out. Humble yourself. Better be ready. That person has it 10 times as worse as what you do. Promise you. That person does. So, I'm telling you right now, it's not a joke. Someone's feeling very charitable, but they didn't know which way to go, which direction. They had other voices in their head telling them, click me, go over here, da-da-da-da-da. And they just kept at it, man. And they had it right there in the palm of their hand and kept playing with it after being shown repeatedly. This is for you. This shines only for you. It smiles for you. And you can just ignore that and say, give me the money. I'm out of here. Screw that. I get another one. Or whatever. Forget everything that person ever told me or taught me or whatever lesson I was supposed to learn there. I'm outie 9,000. I learned everything I needed to learn in prison. Blah, blah, blah. Honey. Honey. That's where 99% of people who have been incarcerated go wrong. I'm telling you right now, that's where they go wrong. Your nostril ring is cool. Hi, Alexis. What's up? I'm not looking forward to your appointment with your scandals of the school and rights to females' bodies. You're never going to get past that. I'm sorry, with the civil rights of that. Actually, the class action lawsuits, rights to a woman's body. I'm sorry, it's a good attempt. You can give me my shit back, though, and we can start our new luxury development of luxury HUD homes. Hey, they're at war with themselves. I know it. We're all carrying the cross on our own shoulders because we've all screwed up in the worst way. And we're all to blame. So we can't blame Jesus no more. It's all our faults. What are we going to do about it? Because we can't just expect the angels to show up every time. They're fighting a war themselves. So we have to handle some of the light work on our own. Okay? Can we do that? So we don't have to... can we help out a little without helping out too much? Where we're like, we're just not going to tell them about their blessings that came in shipment on the truck and just see how far we can get away with not giving them what is theirs, so to speak. Yeah, Holy Grail. This is like someone's ultimate happiness, whatever. You got to earn this. You got to go to work for it. You got to work for that heart. You got to work for that love to have that brand new beginning. You can't just force the new beginning or rights to a female's body. It's not going to work. I'm not picking you up from school neither. It's not going to work, honey. Ah, you can try it all you want, though. It's a cute attempt. But you guys are going to have to say, Your Honor, I fudged up. I did it. I said it. I meant it. Ken Paxton, you are facing 99 years. I mean, that's what I would say. Perhaps, you know. Ken Paxton, when are we going to go see that trial out, buddy? You know you're facing 99 years securities fraud. That's what you have to look forward to, but you're the Attorney General. You have complete immunity, so you can't technically take a lawsuit against you because you're the state's top attorney. So you can't take a lawsuit, but the Vatican can? Makes perfect sense. Well, just attacked religion and everything else. Why not? King Obama. Your Highness? And you know what? My BFF gave me this, actually. My nostril ring. And I made it into a nostril ring. And I tried to give her the other ring so she could... They'd be like best friend rings. You know? It's pretty cool. It's an antique, I'm pretty sure. It's like... I really like it a lot. You know? I'm not used to having a tag right there on my nose, but I'll let my BFF get it. It's like a brand on me. Ah, that's my tag, you know. I'm a habeas corpus. I'm just here. Just catch me in January on the side of the road next to Oklahoma somewhere. I don't know. Hey, I'm here for the tomato throwings. Anybody want to take a throw first? I don't know what I'm saying now. All right, I'm getting off here. I'm at 20% on my phone. Y'all are getting into some weird AI shit. Tantrums. Are you going to go donate? Are you going to pick the kid up from school? No, I'm not falling into your reindeer games. You're just going to have to get your wrongs, guys. When the judge says raise your right hand, is everything blah, 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 when he gets sworn in, make sure he gets sworn in too, okay? You tell him this, all right? This advice, I'm not a legal advisor. I do not have permission to give you this advice, technically speaking. However, word to the wise, all right? Entertainment purposes only and solely, but I know if you do approach him, ask to approach the bench, right? I've never passed the bar, so I wouldn't advise that you go past that little, you know, whatever you call it right there. I suggest you just sit from your seat unless they say all rise and he's being sworn in. Then you do stand, okay? But if he's already in this chair by the time you walk into the courtroom and they're already... Forget about it. You know what I'm saying? So you can be like, how much is the rent today behind the curtains? I know this is fraudulent and I shouldn't be here and you have no case. Blah, blah, blah. Blase, blase. That's how you can do it. But anyways, if he's sworn in, you can be like, Your Honor, I can't approach the bench. I've never passed the bar. But you could say, am I under arrest? And then they have to say yes or no. If they say no, say, well, if I'm not under arrest, then am I free to go? And then if they say, well, yeah, but we would really rather you just stick around to talk to the judge, you tell them, look, if I'm not under arrest and I'm free to go, then I'm going to go ahead and leave because I'm only here because y'all said y'all was taking away my driver's license. Okay, you tell them that. Thirdly, say, you know, I'm not here voluntarily. I'm here under duress. Y'all said you were taking my license away. That's the third thing. And they'd be like, well, like, we would really rather you just wait to talk to the judge. We're renting out this courtroom, and we really need you to be here on Indigenous Peoples Day, a.k.a. Christopher Columbus Day, so we can, you know, technically it's not a federal holiday no more. We're just going to get away with this one, you know? And you let them, are you telling me my religious beliefs are wrong? I'm almost sure of it, okay? You go through like 2 more steps and you tell them, look, if I'm not under arrest, I'm free to go, and I'm not here voluntarily. Y'all said y'all was taking away my driver's license. I'm here under duress, obviously, not voluntarily. So how are we going to go about this? Am I being detained or am I free to go? Basically like that, they have to let you go. If they have no right, no reason, no case, you tell them, how much is the rent on this thing? How much do I have to pay the sheriff at the front? $35 fee to serve me up on something I never needed a subpoena for. Okay? Are we just going to hop around like kangaroos in Australia all day, or are we actually in Texas here? Like, that's what you need to tell them. And Ken Paxton, we know you're the Attorney General. You're facing 99 years securities fraud. Technically, you're the Attorney General. You have complete immunity. You can't accept a case before you. But for the love of mankind, can you just do us this one solid favor? The Vatican has taken a lawsuit. Who are you? And who's in power? I need to talk to your leader immediately because this is completely wrong. My religious beliefs, I believe, are not wrong. I'll wear my mask when I feel I need to wear one. Other than that, you can zombie apocalypse yourself up to your bank account and I'll manage my funds on my own. Okay? Stimulate that in your ass. All right, y'all enjoy, like, share, and subscribe to the video. I'd be like, we're not under martial law. I'd be like, we are not trying to collaborate with Europe. We've done paid that loan back. Unless you're leaning like a pimp, go on, brush your shoulders off. That's what I would say. You know what I mean? I think we're all Gucci here. We don't need you to wipe out our bank accounts while you sit on an island and not help me get where I need to go. Sorry, I'm just sitting here on this little dinghy boat, just passing straight through Epstein Island somewhere over there trying to fraudulently get someone on the phone to sign over their child support rights to a HUD house of whatever, because they're a fraud ass bitch, like, and trying to claim I'm not the mama. I'll tell you who your daddy is. It's me, bitch. And I'm gonna hand it to you on a platter, ho. Alright, so y'all go ahead and enjoy the rest of y'all's day, you little shit screws, giggles. I'll keep the tomatoes stopped up. If anybody wants to send me a gift of a tomato, donation, anything, a little chump change, there's my street corner sign right there. If anybody would like to donate to the channel, I was inspiring, I helped you out in any sort of way, you would like to show appreciation in any sort of way, is most graciously thankful, and I just appreciate being here. Thank you all, and I'll pray for you all that do watch me on this channel and get something out of this energetically. Dear Heavenly Father, I pray that each and every person that energetically has crossed the bar with some sort of energetic appreciation of some sort of intellectual property of mine, Father God, I pray that they use that time and appreciation of my intellectual property with grace and its true value and worth. They get every last penny's worth that they needed spiritually to learn this lesson, to get inspired, detailed messages from me. Dear Heavenly Father, I pray for those people who have my intellectual property that I have inspired, not through technology or a machine, stamped time machine, or whatever the case may be, that is not my intellectual property that is being manipulated in any sort of kind of way, that it be handed back to the sender of it on a platter, and they've shown my true worth and value of the time and energy and efforts that I put into not sitting on a street corner begging for money, that I am only asking for appreciation of my true value and worth for a simple donation into my account and not another person's account for their own personal gain of my intellectual rights and property. So with that being said, I would like artificial intelligence to stay out of my bank account and intellectual property at the time I am doing this work for you, Lord. And I pray that any of my enemies who go against that and my will and my properties of my rights and my intellectual properties, that they do be handled accordingly with your wrath, Father God. Thank you so much for being my best friend and always there for me, God. And not a computer, an artificial intelligent computer, a virtual reality seeing machine, Father God. I pray and know and feel in the unseen of your power, God. I know that you are my Father, and I know that where I stand with you is perfect in every way because you guide me and direct me every day. In Jesus' name I do heavenly pray for my enemies. I pray for them, Father God. In Jesus' name I pray. Anybody going against my will, that you will handle it accordingly for me, on my behalf. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So, and that's lyrically, spiritually, copyright edits, in any sort of music industry that tries to take my intellectual property, they will donate to my channel or give me some sort of appreciation for the work that I do, Lord, because it is not easy at times, and a little bit of cash does help. So, in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Y'all take it easy. Don't be sleazy.